Welcome back to Tim Cooper Uncut. This week it is baby scan week. I am so excited. I'm going to see my little girl. 21 weeks my wife is now, and if you know the story already, then I won't bore you with it too much, but if you don't, it's took us 7 years to get to this stage, multiple rounds of IVF, loads of tears, loads of heartache, loads of struggle, loads of determination and grit, but finally we got there in the end, and my wife fell pregnant naturally. So I'm over the moon. I can't tell. I'm so happy and proud that I'm going to be a dad. And people were always asking me, Tim, what do you want? Do you want a boy or a girl? And quite frankly, I didn't really give a shit what it was, to be fair. As long as it's going to be healthy, I don't care. But deep down, I wanted a little girl. I don't know why, I just wanted a little girl deep down, and so my wish has been granted, and I'm so excited to share part of this journey with you, because I know there's couples out there that are going through IVF right now. There's couples that have probably had the conversation, you know, should we knock this on the head? Should we give it up? Are things just not meant to be? There'll be people at the start of their journey that are thinking, do you know what, this is not happening naturally for us, so I believe that we need to go down a different route. And I wanted to share this with you whilst I'm on the way to the gym. As you know, I like to do a lot of stuff in the car, because this is where it's quiet, I have my time, and I just wanted to share some of the stuff that I've learned along the way as a man that can really contribute and help the relationship, the process, your woman. And this is things that I've learned through experience. This is not something that I've watched a YouTube video on, or, you know, asked somebody about or read a book on. This is actually something that I've lived and breathed with my partner. So this is not theory, this is in practice. So what have I learned? What have I learned? Well, besides everything else, you should never give up. You should never give up on something that you believe in. And you should never give up, because there's always different routes that you can take. Now, you know, obviously the linear route is, you know, you have sex, you pop out a baby, everything's hunky-dory, fantastic. But not everybody has the ability to do that for whatever reason. I didn't, so I've had to go down a different route for a little while. And that was tough for me. So I just want to discuss some of the things mentally as a man that you may go through. And that is really questioning your purpose, asking yourself, what's the point of being a man if you can't produce a child? That went through my head at one stage, all of the negative self-talk. What's the point in, you know, us being together if we can't create a family together? All of this stuff. And when I'm mentioning this stuff, lads, I'm saying it because these were like little snippets of thoughts. These weren't emotions and thoughts and feelings that I held on for, you know, hours, days or weeks. These are just things that cross my mind sporadically, and I'm sharing these things with you because I believe they're completely normal, right? Because when things don't go to the usual life plan, you start to question what your life plan is. And the truth is, I don't know what that is for you. I didn't know what that is for me. But what I do know is there needs to be more support for men around this particular subject. Men need to talk to other men, the standard stuff, boys. You know, men talking to men. I'm not going to go down the old mental health route. You know what I do. And you also know how important I believe that is. Yeah, we need to talk more, but that's a whole brand new video. But in general, we need to talk to each other about this particular stuff, this particular topic, because no one's talking about it. No one that I knew was going through something similar to me. And when I did find out, it was almost like this glue that would come together with these other men, and that you could tell they wanted to talk about it, they wanted to share it. So there is a massive place out there for men's IVF, pregnancy journey, the journey to, you know, being a father. I believe there's a massive gap in the market, and maybe I'll go and fill it myself. But I think there's a massive gap between real men talking about real manly fucking problems, thing that they struggle with within this particular area. So I want you to know that that's completely normal for you to not feel good enough. It's completely normal for you to have conflict with your partner. It's completely normal for you to feel shit. It's completely normal for you to feel really sorry for your partner. It's completely normal for you to feel frustrated towards frustration towards your partner, and a little bit of anger and a bit of disappointment. That's completely normal as well. And the reason I'm just labeling all of these things as completely normal is because it doesn't mean to say that you have to stay there, right? Just because you have these feelings, these thoughts that pass through your mind, does not mean to say that they have to become you, right? They don't. Now, what is it? Let me just pull over for this ambulance. So what is it right now that you've maybe discussed with your partner that you're finding hard? What is it that's going to be a challenge for you when you start it? Well, I know that IVF is a really challenging time. Watching your partner inject herself all the time, being there for her, you know, watching her go through almost like this physical change is pretty tough. You know, my wife, she's an elite fitness model, personal trainer. You know, a lot of what she does is around how she looks, how she feels, not just physically but intrinsically, you know, and I watch the shift happen and take place, and it's tough for women. You know, it's a whole identity shift. It's really, really tough. You know, they go from, or especially my wife, they go from being really heavily focused on their fitness and training hard and, you know, progressing in that area, to actually needing to fully back off for a while, fully, to give everything that they've got for IVF. It also, you know, really, what's the right word to use here, or phrase? It really rocks the boat in terms of, you know, what you do for work and business and profession, because you have to put so much focus into IVF, so much focus into creating and making a baby, and rightly so. It takes a lot of focus, it warrants a lot of focus, and you should give it a lot of focus. Now, how you manage and navigate that, and the balance that you find within your relationship for that, is completely unique and down to you, right? Because for me, for example, I've got my own business, as you know, and I found it pretty easy for me to navigate that. My wife, she found it a little bit tougher, although she's got her own business. She has to be in certain places. I don't. I can pivot, I can do my coaching online, etc., and I can plan it, strategize it, map it out, and almost create my own business model as and when I want. And I know not everybody else has that opportunity. You may work for someone else, you might have your own business, so that's tough, trying to navigate that. Fucking money is a tough one. You know, it's not cheap. IVF, me and Amanda went to Harley Street for our first one. We went to a place called ARGC. Again, I won't give you a full review on that, but I can if you want me to, if you're thinking about going there. But it cost us nearly 20 grand. And it's quite a lot of money for one round of IVF. And, you know, when we was going in there, it's just like a grand. And I actually had to ask the woman at one stage, look, it's not about the money, but I do need to know when does this grand every day, when does this stop? And I mean, it was like every single day, grand. So that was something that was not causing friction, but, you know, that was something that we had to communicate and navigate together as a couple. And I believe those are probably the standout things, the things that I believe you should be looking at when you're moving towards IVF, or you're thinking about having a baby through different avenues. Maybe you've tried IVF multiple times, it's not worked for you. Maybe you've found out that the time has just passed now for you to go down that route, and maybe you're looking at other routes. That's another conversation that me and Amanda had, you know, like the what if conversation. What would we be willing to do as a couple and a team to actually get this this dream, which is being a mum and a dad. And I think that's what you've got to get really clear about. Is that your dream, to become a mum and a dad? And if that is, what are the ways that you can do that? Because there are multiple ways that you can do that, and not every way is going to align to what you believe. I believe, you know, the conventional way, and that might not align with you, and that takes a little bit of getting used to, just in terms of having the conversation about it, let alone actually taking steps towards going down that route. So that's a tough conversation. I know a lot of men don't want to go down any other route apart from IVF and the conventional way of just naturally having sex, your partner falling pregnant. That's another big conversation. But I also believe that that is heavily wrapped around you not feeling good enough, your ego, your pride, your manhood, what you believe that you was put here to do. But you know what, ultimately, the way that I looked at it, and we're truly blessed now because we didn't have to go down that route, but we was talking about that route and I was open to it, because I truly believe that if you want to be a dad, then just fucking be a dad, right? And if there are children out there in the world, doesn't matter who they are, where they are, what they are, if they need your love and you've got a lot of love to give, then you should give that love. That's my 2 pence pieces worth, my view and my opinion on that particular subject, topic, let's say, or side topic from this subject. Anyway, thought I'd mention that because loads of people have asked me to do a video like this. I'm sure there's loads more to unpack on this subject. I just did this off the cuff because I'm driving in the car. I hope that's helped some of you boys, and I hope you can watch this video back, not just with yourself, but maybe with your partner, to get a better understanding. But ultimately, lads, it comes down to this: how much do you want to be a dad? What are you willing to do to become a dad? Whether that is, you know, switch up your business, earn more money, whether that is change what you're doing that completely shifts your identity, whether that is looking at a total different route compared to what you would have done before. I don't know what it is for you, but I know they are options, and they are options that you should explore, and explore them together with your partner. If I can give you one, well, I suppose one golden nugget to take away from this video, it is you must communicate how you're feeling with your partner. You must communicate, you must talk about this, because if you don't, you'll go separate ways and you won't ever get the result that you want, and most likely you'll split up because of it. That's the absolute fucking truth, because this is a big part of your life, big part of your relationship. Hope that helps. Have a fantastic day. Let me know if this video has really unpacked some stuff for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and comment on this video, because this is the type of video that I'm on the fence about posting regular, but I want to know whether this is going to be something that you'd like me to do, and if it is, I'll do more of it, of course. Anyway, have a good day. I'll catch you soon. Like, subscribe, follow, comment and share.